YouTubers! How you doing? Hi.
Hello, Facebookers.
Hello, YouTubers, Facebookers, everybody. We're the Granite City Hooligans. That's Dave.
That's Lee.
How you doing? Good evening.
And what a difference a week made.
Yes, what a difference a week. Wow, last week was great. I was like 1 for 3 on the primetime games. 2 losses in the afternoon, the early afternoon games. I swept all the late afternoon games.
I was just the opposite. I had most of the Sunday games. Didn't do too well on some of the other games, but very low points difference in all these games. The highest was 7 points, and that was the Detroit-Minnesota games. Everybody else was 3 points here, 3 points there, 1 point, 2 points. Could have gone either way in any of those games.
I know. The late afternoon games were just excellent. They were fun. I mean, there was a little bit of controversy with the Green Bay game, the Green Bay Saints game with the referees. I mean, the refs.
Yeah, there was one blown call.
They're not perfect. They're not perfect, but at least there's continuous flow. The flow was good.
Right.
The flow was good. So.
Are we ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to rock. Shall we begin, my friend?
Alrighty then. Let's go with starting off Thursday night. We have Arizona going to St. Louis. Sounds like a no-brainer to me.
I think so too. Arizona.
Yep, Zona.
They look good. They look good. They came back late second in late seconds in regulation last week against Miami.
Yeah.
They look, they look good. They got a great defense. They're rolling. I mean, they're a scrappy group. I really,
they're the real deal there.
I think so. I'm going with the Cardinals.
Yep, so am I. All right. Real day Sunday.
Let's fire it up.
We have Atlanta visiting Washington.
Ooh, let me see. A team that is gone off to an outstanding start, 4-0. They're looking really, really good. And the Redskins, up and comers. They got a long, long way to go. I mean, RG3, he's going to have a future. I know it. I believe I'm going with the Falcons on this one.
Yep, I'm definitely going with the Falcons. They really showed what they're made of. Matt Ryan heaving that ball 5 yards deep in his end zone, 60 yards in the air, got his team to field goal range, got that game. That's what you want in a football team. Never give up. Falcons.
I agree. Falcons, man. Falcons.
All right.
All right, next game.
Pittsburgh is hosting Philadelphia.
Steelers. I think the Steelers. I know that the Eagles won last week, and they played the Giants tough, but I know Pittsburgh's not. They're 1-2. They're off to a slow start, but the game is at Heinz Field.
Yeah, it's at Heinz Field. They're getting some of their injured players back, but they may not be in the groove.
Coming off the bye week.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a hot hand on this. I'm going to go with Philadelphia.
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. I'm going to take a chance on Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's kind of rare that they would go. What's their record now? 1-2.
1-2.
Yeah, they're going to want to not go 1-3 this. For the first time.
No, I don't think so.
Tenure, but
I don't think so.
I'm still going to go with Philly.
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
All right. Next up, we have Green Bay visiting Indianapolis.
The Colts have gone through a lot this week. The coach, stricken with leukemia.
Praying for you, coach.
We're praying. All my hearts. Just positive karma coming your way. It's going to be an emotional game for the Colts, but I am picking the Packers.
So am I.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, emotion's only going to take you so far. You may not be entirely focused, but
I know it.
Young quarterback and all that, but
it's tough. But I will go with the Packers.
Yeah, and honestly, I won't be disappointed if Indianapolis wins.
No.
But, it's. Pick with your head, not with your heart.
Well earned victory it will be if they pull it off. Next game,
we have Giants hosting Cleveland. G-men.
Giants. Last week, Eli didn't pull it off. I wish he didn't pull it off during the Super Bowl back in February. That's another day or another Super Bowl back in '08, but
yeah, we're not worried about that.
he didn't pull it off this past week, and too bad because I picked the Giants.
Yeah.
But this week I will pick the Giants. They're at home. Cleveland's not good.
It's Cleveland. Yeah.
Cleveland.
Sorry, but it is.
Yeah, it's Cleveland.
And they haven't done anything since they came back in the league.
No, one playoff appearance since they've come back, and Sorry.
All right.
Next game.
Next game we have Minnesota hosting Tennessee.
Minnesota hosting Tennessee. You know, this was a tough one. This is one of those where
it's going to be pretty close, I think.
Yeah.
Tennessee's been playing tough.
I mean, the Vikings are off to a great start.
That they are, yeah.
3-1. But I mean, yeah, I'm going to pick the Vikings. They're at home.
It's home.
Tennessee, just one bizarre victory. They're off to a slow start. I'm going to go with the Vikings at home.
You can't do the Motor City Miracle all the time. So.
No, not the Music City Miracle.
What did I say?
Motor.
Oops.
Motor. Yeah.
It's an M.
Yeah, music, motor, motor
whatever.
music, rum. Okay.
So. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next game,
next up, Cincinnati hosting Miami.
You know what? My gut tells me that the Dolphins might pull this off.
I had to toss a coin in this one too.
Yeah.
Both teams have shown flashes here and there.
Yeah.
But not enough to really make an overwhelming argument
No.
to say. So, I went with Cincinnati, the home team on that one.
Something said to me, Dolphins. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Yep. All right. Next up, we have Baltimore visiting Kansas City.
Ravens.
Yeah,
Ravens.
Tough team.
Yeah, Kansas City. They're abysmal. They look abysmal. It's bad. It's too bad. I like Romeo Crennel. I remember him as a defensive coordinator for the Pats.
Right.
He tried to work his magic in Cleveland. Didn't work out.
Matt Castle.
Goddamn.
They tried to be, New England Midwest. It's not happening.
No,
Sorry.
I know it's at Arrowhead, but I don't know. I don't think the Ravens are good. So I'm going with the Ravens.
Okay, so am I.
Yes.
Next up, we have Carolina hosting Seattle.
Carolina hosting Seattle. You know what? This was another one that just a
lot of these games are turning into that.
Yeah, the Seahawks are flying east. It's a long flight to Carolina. It's is it a 1 o'clock? I think it's a 1 o'clock game.
No, I think it's a 4 o'clock.
It's a 4 o'clock? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Panthers on this one. The Seahawks have their offense is but the defense is great. And who knows? Maybe Robert Griffin. He looked good last week.
Robert Griffin?
Not Robert Griffin. Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. Yeah.
I'm tired. I've had a long day. Excuse me. But
we're all just hyping for the presidential debate.
Yeah. We're just rushing this. Sorry. But I will go for the Panthers.
I'm choosing Seattle in this one. I think they can overcome the time zone flight thing. I think they're a pretty good team. They'll pull it out.
Yes, but I will pick the Panthers in an upset.
Okay.
All right, next one.
Next one, we have Chicago visiting Jacksonville.
Okay. Jay Cutler is still a prick. Okay? He's still a prick. And, the moment that... I watched a lot of Monday night's game. When the offensive coordinator's going up to him and trying to tell him something, he just, he's such a douche. He just walks on up and, I don't want to listen to you, and he drinks his Gatorade. You're never going to go anywhere if you're going to be that way.
But they won the game.
But they won the game because Romo sucked even worse,
Worse than normal?
Yeah, two pick sixes.
Oh.
The defense did the job for the Bears last week.
You got a $1 billion stadium. You have a losing record in, and now you're resorting to selling Victoria's Secret stuff in your gift shop.
You know.
But that's Dallas. We're not picking
That's
Dallas.
Dallas, and Dallas isn't playing this week.
Right.
So, you know. Oh, by the way.
They need the week off.
One thing I want to say about that game Monday.
Okay.
I got to say this.
All right.
So there are days when John Gruden sounds like a mental patient. He really sounds like a mental patient.
It's Coach
Chucky. You know, he was like, oh yeah, Tony Romo's Joseph Wales. He's gunslinger. He's not afraid to throw an interception because he'll just get right up and come back again. No, Gruden sucks. Well, yeah, he sucks too. No, Romo sucks. All right, he absolutely sucks. Totally, big time. He ain't going anywhere.
He might go somewhere if he goes somewhere else.
Shut up, Gruden. Shut up. All right, just call the game. Enough of the silly shit.
At least he doesn't keep saying this guy, this guy,
Oh,
this guy.
shoot me.
Well, like the NFL Network guys, he's a beast.
Yo, I hate that. Come on, man. That's another one. No more. Okay.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Good now?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. What did we pick? I picked Chicago.
I picked Chicago too. Jacksonville
Okay.
sucks.
Yeah. Right then.
Right.
Next game, Patriots hosting Denver.
Okay. I thought the Patriots. Okay, the first half.
They made me nervous.
I went apeshit during the first half. Okay.
Two fumble drops, missed field goals in the half, down 21-7.
And then it's like
a different team showed up.
It's like they just all got together and yelled Shazam or something, or
maybe they all had grunt flakes.
I don't know what they did, or they went to a phone booth and changed their clothes and became
Just Belichick lit into them.
None of that fancy Josh McDaniels play calling crap. None of that fancy end around shit. They ran the ball and they ran the ball down Buffalo's throat. It was beautiful. It was like
2 rushers over 100 yards, 2 receivers over 100 yards, Brady rushing for a touchdown.
It was like how I play Madden. That's how I play Madden. I don't throw it all the time. I throw it when I need to. I run. When I play Madden, I run the damn ball.
The second half was textbook balanced attack, just like they did first game of the season against Tennessee. And
it was an ass whooping. It was beautiful. It was better than the Tennessee game.
Yes, it was.
It was better than the Tennessee. So, they're playing. Manning is coming back in the Foxborough, but this time he's a Bronco. There are times where he's looked good, or there are times where he's looked really shaky. I don't know which Manning is going to show up, but you know what? I'm going with the Patriots. I think they'll squeak this one by. I think it's just going to... They'll get by.
Yeah, I think they're going to be riding the high from last week.
Yeah.
Belichick's got them going now. Like he said earlier, we're 2-2. It's a 12-game season now.
Mm-hmm.
Get it going. There's stuff we got to do better.
It's a work in progress. This is a work in progress. So I'm going to go Patriots.
Patriots.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Pass.
Next up, we have San Francisco hosting Buffalo.
Niners,
yeah.
At home.
Yeah. Buffalo flying west.
It's Buffalo,
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Sorry, but...
Yeah, Niners.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We have, next up, we have New Orleans hosting San Diego. New Orleans, come on, guys.
The Saints...
0-4 for the first time in how long?
The Saints are a good 0-4 team. They're a good 0-4 team. It's just that...
Is this an example of, them not being as bad as the record indicates?
I think so. Not having their coach because of the suspension, I think has affected them. They're a good 0-4 team, and they almost pulled it off Sunday. But
it was pretty close there on that one.
It was a freak ending.
A point, again.
It was a freak ending. The Chargers flying east.
Not that far east.
Well, you know, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This cross country
Yeah.
in New Orleans. I'm going to go with the Saints on this one.
You're hopeful that they're going to finally get their first win.
I don't know if I'm hopeful, but I got a feeling that they might pull this off this time. I think that finally, look, I don't think they're going to get to the playoffs. I don't think they're going to win anything.
Yeah, you're already a quarter of the way through the season. I'd like to see them get their first win too, but I don't think it's going to happen. That's why I had to go with the Chargers in this one.
I'm going to go with the Saints. I think this might be the one.
You know, we're getting to that point in the season where you start to know what teams are capable of and what they're not capable of.
Yeah.
Saints may be turning back to the Aints this year.
I think they're going to be a good bad team.
A good bad team?
They're a team with a bad record. Good team with a bad record.
Could be, you know, the whole 7-9 thing, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. 7-9, get that. I doubt it, but
well, I hope you pull it off, New Orleans, but I'm afraid I don't think you're gonna.
So we have a disagreement.
Right.
Okay.
We'll agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. Saints.
All right. Finally, Monday night, Houston visiting the New York Jets. Again, the injury bug has bitten the Jets. Holmes looks like he's out for the season.
What the heck do you know, I got to go back to that injury.
Okay.
What are you doing letting the ball loose when you get through, when you roll over and get hurt? You hold on to the ball because
so, you know, in the moment it happens, you're not always thinking clearly. You know, that shot of pain, you go, wow! You know, if if it had taken a bounce, if he had moved it just a little bit more, it would have gone out of bounds, and the worst that would happen would have been incomplete. Instead, it was picked up
by a Niner,
and you didn't score a damn thing all day.
Well, look, I know
Sorry, Sexy Rexy.
The Texans are on the road, but you know what? The Jets, it's.
And I told you, Matt Schaub, he lost a piece of his ear. He was quicker. He was more nimble. He was lighter.
Doesn't matter, you know. I mean, his ear can go off. It doesn't matter. I mean, the guy's tough.
He is.
You know, he's resilient. But I'm going to go with the Texans this week.
Oh yeah, definitely Texans. Because I don't think the Jets. Yeah, they have their act together. They got two quarterbacks. You got fans crying to take one out and put the other one in.
Yeah, what do you do?
They don't know what to do.
You got the one who has an arm, but it's a bit of I don't want to say a head case, but he's going through a lot of stuff. He's a mess. And then you got the one who
doesn't have much of an arm, but can run like
yeah, he has no arm. But he has tremendous athletic ability, and he does make things happen.
Unexpected things happen, but you know when you put him in there, teams are going to know what to expect. You know they know he's either going to be a decoy if he's out at wide receiver, or he's going to run the ball.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a bad situation.
The Jets aren't running a wildcat. Somebody said they're running a mildcat.
It's just bad. It's bad. They shouldn't have picked him up. You know, it's bad acquisition, but it was just for PR. Try to compete with the Giants. Well, it ain't working.
Elway never really
wanted him there anyway.
You know, signed on to the whole Tebow thing. He wanted a traditional quarterback.
He did. Yeah, he did. But
he backed a truckload of money up to Peyton Manning's house.
You know, they should have traded. You know, Tebow would have been better off in Jacksonville. He's from the area.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? But this week, Texans over the Jets.
Texans, yep.
Well, we have gone through this week's slew of games, my friend.
Alrighty then.
And just before I end this thing, I want to say bye-bye, Bobby V. Bye-bye, Bobby Valentine. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Just,
You knew the season was bad when he's riding his bike, he gets a text from Dustin Pedroia, decides to read it, and crashes down a hill.
Into French tourists.
Yeah.
Oui.
Oh, boy. The miserable season's about to come to an end.
About a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So
it's time to end this show, and remember, entertainment purposes only, and if you went with any of our picks last week, you were very entertained.
Yes, best week. I'm well over 500 now.
What a great turnaround.
It was excellent. Thank you, Real Refs.
Yes, thank you, Real Refs.
And on that note, so long. Comments, subscribers, we need it. We want your feedback, please. So on that note, good night.
Good night, and we're off to watch the presidential debate.
Yay. I need a stiff drink.